guys, welcome to our channel. In this video you learned about how to download MySQL from the mysql.org site, and today we are going to begin with the practice session of MySQL. First of all, we learn how to open MySQL. Suppose if you have a Windows operating system, you will get an SQL command client to open, and then it will prompt you to enter a password. If you have a Mac OS operating system, as I have right now, you need to write mysql -u root-p. Basically, this is a command which is used to open MySQL. So when I press the enter, it will prompt me for a password. So now I'm writing my password. Yes, so now I have entered into the MySQL server, as you can see on the screen. Now, first of all, we'll begin with how to create a database. So it is basically a data definition command, that is to create a database. The word create, which is used to make a new fresh database, is a data definition command. So we'll write create and then write the name of the database whichever want you name. So suppose I have a database named employee, so I'll write create employee, but we need to create a database, so write create database employee, sorry, spelling error, database employee. So it will treat like it you want to create a database named employee. And make sure that you always put a semicolon at the end of every statement that you want to execute. MySQL thinks that a semicolon means the end of the statement and you want to execute it after the semicolon. So now if I press enter, it will write query OK and one row affected. This means that the database named employee has been created. Now let's check whether it has been created or not. So we'll write show databases. This will show us all the databases that have been made till date on the MySQL server. Put the semicolon at the end and press enter. So I have made a few databases earlier, that is ABC, information schema, MySQL and all that. The recently created database is the employee and it has been added to the database list. So now if you want to use the database, I will write use. The word is use and then the name of the database. Here the name is employee. One another fact to consider is that SQL, the structured query language, is not a case sensitive language. So even if you write small USE or capital USE, it will treat it as one and the same. So now put the semicolon and press enter. So it will show that the database changed. This means that now you are using the database employee. Now let's see if there are tables within the database. So basically a database is a collection of tables. You have tables within a database and you have records within the tables. Put the semicolon and see. It is showing empty set because you don't have any tables within the database employee. We just created it right now. So whatever I want to create a table word create, then we need to write what we want to create. That is, we want to create a table. So write table, then write the name of the table that you want to create. Suppose according to the database, this is an employee database. So if you want to create a table with employee salaries, so you write empl underscore salary. So the name of the table which you are going to create is empl underscore salary. Now, if you are creating a table, you need field names and field types, and of course sometimes you need primary keys as well. So we'll first learn how to create a basic table with just field names and its field types. Now, without putting the semicolon, press the enter key so that you can view it in a more systematic manner. Now, put a curved bracket. Now, suppose the first field name is to be the employee name. So, if I write in short EMP underscore name, that means that in the table, the first column would be of employee name. And of course, a name is always in an alphabets. So, you need to use the field type varchar. Varchar is a field type which resembles variable character. Now, a variable character file do we choose? We choose a variable character field type because the name of the employee could be different. Some would have a long name while some would have a short name. So we exactly don't know how long is the name of the employee. So we are using a variable character. That means it will be a variable space where a person can enter his or her name. So now I'm writing var that is the field type. And suppose if I want to limit it to only 30 words or let's say 50 words because the name can't be bigger than that. So I will write 50, that is the length of varchar should not exceed 50. Now we'll put a comma and go to the next line. Now in the next line, if we want the employee age suppose, so I'll write emp underscore age. I'll write emp underscore age. And age, as we always know, that it is written in numbers. So the field type for writing numbers is integer. And for that, we need to write the whole word integer. Now, obviously, some person who would be working would not have an age of 150 or 200. So his or her age would always be in a two-digit number. So if you want to limit the number of digits to 2, simply put 2 in the brackets. Now, if you want to add some another field name, you can add it, and so on. You can put n number of field names. Suppose now I'm adding the mobile number field name. So I'll write mobile underscore number. Now you should notice one thing, that I am putting underscores because in MySQL it will not accept spaces in between. Here it will accept space and then will treat the next thing as the field type. So after emp underscore name, it will have a space and it will next identify varchar as a field type. So if I put a space between emp and name, it will think that emp is the field name and name is the field type. But name is not a field type. Field types are already specified by MySQL. So we should put underscore in places of space. So if we have a mobile number, we know that it is always in an integer. So again, we shall write integer, and mobile number always consists of a 10-digit number. So we will put 10. Now put a comma, and now suppose if we want the date of birth of that person. So I'll write DOB, and the date of birth is always in a date format like YYYY, MM, and DD. So for that, MySQL has a date field type, that is DATE. So we'll write date, and now let's put on the curved bracket ending. This means that you want to create 4 field names, that is emp underscore name, emp underscore age, mobile number, and DOB, and their field types are varchar, integer, and date respectively. Don't forget to put a semicolon and press enter. It will write query OK, 0 row affected in 0.06 seconds, that is the processing time. Now let us see how many tables are there in the uh, employee database. So I will write show and tables. So now if I see, it will show one table that has been created by us just now, empl underscore salary. As we wrote create table, empl underscore salary. So empl underscore salary is the table name. Now if I have had made this table long ago, suppose 1 or 2 years earlier, and if I don't remember how did this table look like which field name had which field type, suppose that emp underscore name, if I don't remember that it has a variable character or an integer or a date field type. So for that, if you want to see how the table is organized, we'll use the desc, that is the describe function. Either you can use the full word describe or you can use desc. Both are valid in MySQL. So if I write describe and then write the name of the table, that is empl underscore salary, and then put a semicolon and press enter. So it will show that the table empl underscore salary that you had made had a field named emp underscore name. The field type of this field was varchar and it was limited to 50 words, and you can put a null value in place of it. We had not put the primary key or a foreign key or anything else, as we are going to discuss it later. And same thing is available for all the other field names. So the desc or describe is used to, in one manner we can say that it is used to describe the table. It is used to show the table in an organized way. So this was all for this video, and I hope that you enjoy data types in MySQL has been attached at the end of the video in the description link. Please check out the PDF for more information.